Z-Man96 here. Okay, we're here with my review of the newest episode of Gate. Now, the episode started off with Pena's Knights fighting off some of Zolzol's thugs. They pretty much creamed them. They took a few casualties because they were vastly outnumbered, but they did drop them off and protected the ambassadors and the pro-peace faction, so that was a win, I guess. However, Zolzol called Pena to his palace, and he's keeping her there because she's refusing to have her knights stand down, so that's a pretty interesting development. Not altogether unsurprising, but not the others all surprising. But let's see. Yeah, so his guys once again showed up. Well, actually, this time he sent the regular soldiers, so that's how the episode ended, with the regular soldiers showing up before the fight hadn't begun yet. So that's how that part of the episode went, Not surprising that he would send his soldiers to fight Pena's Knights, because his own secret police force fucking sucked. I mean, they were freaking amateurs. So, yeah. Now, what else happened? Oh yeah, Itami's group returned to Rondel, so they could become a master. And while they were there, they were attacked by three people who were working at the inn they were staying at. The three were tricked by I think there's the Pied Piper, who was the assassin after Lele. So that was interesting. But they immediately forgave the assassins because they just sucked and completely failed at their job. Now, let's see. What else? Now, there weren't many other major developments. Oh yeah, the Prime Minister was refusing to let the SDF rescue the ambassadors from the capital because the press and representatives from other nations were being led to the special region. So he was just trying to bow down to them and do what he can to win his next election. Being a political piece of shit, which pretty much all politicians are. So yeah, he pretty much caused things to be a lot more of a problem than they should have been. I thought it was also kind of interesting because they mentioned in the episode that they didn't have the strength to control the Empire. Now, I thought that was pretty interesting because from what we've seen so far, they pretty much destroyed whatever the Empire sent at them. So I took it more as they could take over the Empire, but they couldn't, control, because actually controlling something is a lot harder, occupying. So that's why I think he meant, because they should have pretty much no problem overrunning the Empire if they really felt like it. Eventually he allowed his advisors to do what they want after they agreed to take responsibility, which, I mean, the Prime Minister dude is just a douchebag. I mean, he's essentially risking the ambassadors' lives over a fucking election. I mean, that's just fucking cowardly. Yeah, but it's also realistic because, let's face it, that's all politicians care about: re-election. Yeah, so that was actually pretty realistic, even though it pissed me off to no end. The only unrealistic part was him actually bowing down and letting the military do what they want. Politicians always get in the way of the military. And another thing that he said, that the Prime Minister said, that really pissed me off, was he told them that once the press leave, they could do whatever they wanted. It just seems like he really doesn't really care about the people in the special region. He just cares about his re-election. He really doesn't care if the people there suffer. So that kind of bothered me. I pretty much hate that character since they fucking introduced him. Let's see. There were no other major developments. I pretty much covered everything. It was overall pretty good episode. Like I said, yeah, we saw Pina being detained by Skullsoul. I mean, he said he's gonna let her go, but probably after her knights are annihilated. I mean, if they're fighting the regular military, the numbers should pretty much wipe them out logically. But I'm saying, I mean, so you can throw logic out the window if you really wanted to. So yeah, it was a definitely good episode. Some interesting developments with Pina being arrested. Learned how the Pied Piper usually doesn't get his hands dirty, he just sends others to do his dirty work. I thought that was pretty interesting. I don't really find it realistic how he's able to just manipulate people so easily, but whatever. Some people are weak-willed, and and others are pretty persuasive, so I guess I can see it. I'm kind of curious what this assassin guy looks like. I'm betting he's gonna look like a fucking total bitch or whatever, if he's not someone who gets his own hands dirty. So yeah, really don't have anything else to say. I'm curious what's gonna happen in the next episode. I'm curious to see how Pina's knights do without her coming to support them, and I'm kind of curious if Zuzel will really let her go. If it'll happen before or after her knights are wiped out, which they should be if the fight actually happens. Yeah, that's all I've got to say, so yeah, see you.